We were born to
If the sky turns black, it don't matter. We know the sun is coming up. We were born to run.
It's going down! John Cena will defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam this year, and Brock Lesnar has to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It'd be dumb for him not to win the title. I know there's a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but there's a lot of, people being conflicted about Brock winning the title, having mixed thoughts about it because of his schedule. I know a lot of people are saying that, Brock can't win the title because he can't defend it. To me, WWE can easily go around it. They can easily give Brock the title. He's rumored to defend it. Well, he's rumored to be at Night of Champions this year. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but he's rumored to be at Night of Champions. Have him be at Night of Champions as champion, have him beat whoever, John Cena or whoever's going to challenge him. And, that way, at least Brock did September. And all I have to really worry about is October, November, and December. Those are the only 3 months you have to worry about for Brock because, Rumble time, he'll be back in January. So there's only 3 months where you really have to worry about. And to be honest, do we really need the title for those 3 months? You don't really need it because, look at Payback. We didn't have the title defense at that pay-per-view. And that pay-per-view did just fine. So, that was a different situation with Daniel Bryan. But I do think that, if Brock does win the title, he has to hold the WrestleMania. There's no way they can just take it off him and put it back on him again. If anything, I know Miguel said this, you can just make an interim champion, have an interim champion, then at the Royal Rumble Elimination Chamber, whatever pay-per-view, have Brock beat him to, make himself the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. You can easily do that. So there's a lot of ways you can get around with Brock winning the title at SummerSlam and, have him hold it to WrestleMania. Now, with Brock Lesnar, the question is who's he going to defend against at WrestleMania 31 if he's going in as a champion. And there's only one person, in my opinion. There's only one marquee match that needs to happen at WrestleMania 31, and that is Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. Brock Lesnar being the champion, Daniel Bryan being the challenger. Have Daniel Bryan come back at the Royal Rumble. Have him win the Royal Rumble because, a lot of people thought he should win the Royal Rumble this year. So why not have him win it next year and have him face Brock for the title at WrestleMania 31? To me, that is the best marquee match you can put on the card. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Brock versus The Rock, that ship sailed for me. I don't really care to see that match, to be honest. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan's match that I want to see. Now, this match was actually supposed to happen at SummerSlam this year, but Bryan got injured, so pretty much Cena filled in for Bryan. And I think that, with that match, since they want to do it, why not just hold off to WrestleMania? That's the best thing you can do. In my opinion, not only is it's going to be a great match, but that match can re-legitimize Daniel Bryan. With Daniel Bryan being out, how are you going to put him back in the position where he was when he left? By having him win the Royal Rumble and beat Brock Lesnar, that will re-legitimize him, and it will prove that he's not a flash in the pan. A lot of people are going to think that if he comes back and he doesn't do anything significant, people are just going to think, Daniel Bryan was a flash in the pan. He just had his moment at WrestleMania 30, and, nothing's going to happen after that. But if you have him win the Royal Rumble, have him conquer Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 and win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, that will just prove that, he wasn't a flash in the pan. He wasn't, nothing he did was a fluke. It wasn't a fairy tale story. Daniel Bryan is the real deal. Daniel Bryan is legit. So that's the best thing they can do, in my opinion. I was going to say something, but I totally forgot. It was something about Daniel Bryan. Wow. My mind's really going blank right now. Hold on, let me pause this real quick, because I was thinking about something about Daniel Bryan I was going to say, but I completely forgot what it was. Hold on. Okay, I just remembered what it was, 2 seconds after I paused. I don't know why. My mind went blank right there But Brock Lesnar, the way you can do this is, Brock Lesnar is wreaking havoc. The Authority thinks, Brock's on their side. And you have Brock to the point where he's like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm not working for you guys. I'm taking over WWE. I'm going to cause havoc. I'm going to cause chaos. I'm going to, hold your titles hostage as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. There's not a damn thing you can do. And the Authority's throwing all the guys they have at him. Throw Sheamus, throw John Cena, throw Triple H, throw him at Brock Lesnar again for, if you want. Have Brock Lesnar just conquer and dominate everyone they throw at him to the point where they have to go to Daniel Bryan. The Authority has to go to Daniel Bryan and ask him to bring the title back to WWE. That makes, how, that comes full circle right there. The Authority, after all the things they put Daniel Bryan to, now they have to go to him to help them? You know how much, oh man, that really would make Daniel Bryan that much bigger, because after all the things they said about him, and they have to go to him to be the guy to beat Brock Lesnar, oh man, that would just, it'd be great. It makes perfect sense in my opinion too. All the B-plus player, Daniel Bryan there's no yes movement, and then they're crying, they're, going to Daniel Bryan to help them. That just makes Daniel Bryan look that much better, because they got to the point where, you know what, we have to admit that you're that good, and you're the last hope of beating Brock Lesnar. So going to him to have going to him to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 makes it that much better. Daniel Bryan beating Brock Lesnar re-legitimizes Daniel Bryan as a top star that he is, and I think it would just be an amazing match as well. So that's my whole thoughts and opinions on Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. I really hope it is. It does happen at WrestleMania 31. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I do think it makes a lot of sense in the world that Daniel Bryan come back, win the Rumble, face Brock Lesnar for the title at WrestleMania 31. That's just my thoughts and opinions. Leave your guys' thoughts and comments below. Make video responses if you want and whatnot. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.
Reach for the stars. First you gotta have a vision. Reach for the highest. If you